In the world of faith and leadership, Bishop Herman Murray has been a strong voice for decades. As the leader of the Full Gospel Holy Temple, he has inspired thousands of followers, led countless services, and dedicated his life to spreading his message. But recently, rumors and accusations about him began to spread online. For months, the bishop stayed silent. No statements. No clarifications. This silence, however, only made the speculation grow louder. People were talking, sharing posts, and questioning his integrity. Finally, at 55, Bishop Murray decided to speak face-to-face, without a script, without rehearsals, and with complete honesty. The moment he stepped in front of the camera, the atmosphere changed. Unlike a carefully crafted speech or sermon, this was real. This was the truth, raw and personal. Bishop Murray began by acknowledging the rumors that had surrounded him. He admitted that being a spiritual leader doesn't make him immune to criticism or pain. Like anyone else, he felt hurt by accusations, especially when they attacked not only him, but the church he serves and the legacy he carries. Rumors can be heavy, he said. They can weigh down even the strongest of hearts. For many people watching, this was the first glimpse of the man behind the position. Bishop Murray didn't try to sound perfect or untouchable. He admitted that months of silence had been difficult, and that waiting to respond was a test of patience and faith. He explained that sometimes silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Responding too quickly could create more misunderstandings, he said. So he waited, he prayed, he reflected, and when he was ready, he spoke. The bishop then addressed some of the rumors directly. He didn't shout or accuse anyone. Instead, he calmly clarified the truths and falsehoods. Some rumors, he explained, were taken out of context. Other accusations were exaggerated, and a few were completely false. He didn't waste time blaming others. Instead, he shared how the constant speculation affected him personally. Being in the public eye, especially in today's world of social media, can be exhausting. Every word, every gesture, and every sermon can be analyzed and misunderstood. He emphasized that the digital age makes leadership even more challenging because a small mistake can quickly turn into a viral story. One of the most emotional parts of his statement was when he spoke about legacy. Bishop Murray is the grandson of the late Apostle Lobias Murray, and leading the Full Gospel Holy Temple is more than a job, it's a responsibility passed down through generations. He expressed how deeply he feared disappointing his congregation, his family, and God. This wasn't about protecting his reputation. It was about living up to a calling he had accepted long ago. He shared how he prayed every day for wisdom, patience, and the ability to stay true to his mission despite criticism. He also explained the personal toll that rumors can take. For many, it's easy to see leaders as strong and untouchable. But Bishop Murray reminded viewers that leaders are human too. Nights of stress, doubt, and worry had affected him deeply. There were moments when he questioned how to respond or whether to respond at all. Yet, he persisted, knowing that the truth and his faith were stronger than any rumor. In addition to addressing rumors about his personal life and character, he clarified statements about the church and its teachings. Some people accused him of changing the ministry's doctrine, but he firmly stated that the foundation of the church had not moved. What we teach, we have always taught, he said. He stressed that many clips circulating online were misleading because they didn't show the full context. His goal was to make the truth clear, not to attack anyone who misunderstood or misrepresented him, but to inform his followers and anyone watching. Bishop Murray also spoke about the emotional strength it takes to lead a community through controversies. He said that leadership requires patience, resilience, and unwavering faith. It's not enough to preach on Sundays. Leaders must also navigate challenges, manage expectations, and care for the spiritual and emotional well-being of their followers. Rumors and accusations are part of the journey. But responding with grace and truth is the true test of character. Throughout this message, his tone remained calm but firm. He emphasized honesty, integrity, and accountability. Even in moments of personal reflection, he didn't shy away from sharing the struggles of leadership. His words were not defensive but reflective. He wanted viewers to understand that while rumors can be painful, they can also be an opportunity to grow stronger, lean on faith, and connect with followers on a deeper level. By the end of part 1, Bishop Murray had set the stage for the full story. He had broken his silence, clarified the most important misunderstandings, and opened the door for a deeper discussion about what happened, why it happened, and what it means for the future of the full gospel holy temple. Viewers could see that this was not a man hiding behind words, but a leader confronting reality, accepting responsibility, and choosing truth over fear. This first part of the script is crucial because it introduces Bishop Murray as a real, relatable person. It prepares the audience for the next sections, where he will go deeper into the rumors, explain the truths he accepts, and reveal how this journey has changed him personally and spiritually. The story is not just about rumors, it is about faith, leadership, perseverance, and the courage to speak when the world expects silence. After breaking his silence in Part 1, Bishop Herman Murray moves into the heart of the story in Part 2, explaining what is true, what is false, and what he has learned through this challenging time. This part is about clarity, courage, and honesty. Bishop Murray begins by addressing the most common rumor that he changed the church's teachings. He calmly explains that the foundation of the full gospel holy temple has not changed. The doctrines, the beliefs, and the mission are the same as they have always been. He says that some clips from his sermons were taken out of context, making it seem like he had changed something he had never intended to change. His explanation is simple. Misunderstanding can spread fast, but the truth remains steady. Next, he talks about internal conflicts and criticisms. Some people assume that church disagreements were the reason for his silence. Bishop Murray clarifies that leadership always comes with challenges, but his quietness was not caused by fear or conflict. He had personal matters to reflect on, private struggles to pray over, and decisions to make that required wisdom. Speaking too soon could have made things worse, so he waited patiently for guidance. What makes Part 2 powerful is his honesty about his own humanity. He admits he is not perfect. He has flaws, makes mistakes, and sometimes feels tired or overwhelmed. But he also emphasizes his commitment and faith. "I'm human, but I'm committed. I'm flawed, but I'm faithful," he says. These words show that even great leaders face struggles. But staying true to their purpose is what defines them. Bishop Murray also discusses the pressure of social media. Every action, every word, and every sermon can be recorded, shared, and misunderstood in seconds. He says that silence is sometimes filled with false stories online because people assume what they do not know. If you give the internet silence, the internet fills it with its own voice, he warns. This reflection shows the difficulty of leading a ministry in today's digital world. He then talks about the personal impact of rumors. Many nights, he could not sleep. He prayed not for revenge or vindication, but for peace. He felt the emotional burden deeply not only for himself, but also for his family and close team. People forget that leaders bleed too, he says. His honesty gives viewers a rare look into the emotional side of ministry that is usually hidden from public view. Some rumors, he admits, contain small seeds of truth, not in the way they were shared online, but in the sense that he has been stretched thin, exhausted, and emotionally challenged. Leadership has tested him in ways he could not have imagined, yet he does not hide or avoid these challenges. Instead, he faces them openly, sharing the lessons he has learned along the way. Bishop Murray also thanks his supporters. He acknowledges those who stood by him silently, prayed for him, and did not spread false stories. He says their loyalty and faith strengthened him more than any words could. These supporters are reminded that sometimes the quietest acts of support are the most powerful. By the end of Part 2, the bishop reflects on the main lesson from this experience. Storms reveal character. He explains that challenges and rumors are tests of faith and leadership. They show who is truly committed, who perseveres under pressure, and who continues to act with integrity even when misunderstood. For him, this has been a moment of growth and spiritual reinforcement. Finally, he sets the stage for what comes next. With rumors clarified and emotional burdens shared, he promises that the story is not over. There is more to reveal, more lessons, more truth, and more insight into his journey as a leader. Part 2 leaves viewers ready to see Part 3, where Bishop Murray will speak about legacy, leadership, and the inner strength required to continue despite trials. After addressing the rumors and clarifying misunderstandings, in Part 2, Bishop Herman Murray now reflects on the deeper meaning of leadership, legacy, and personal growth. Part 3 is about the lessons he has learned, the challenges he has faced, and how these experiences have shaped him as a leader and as a person. Bishop Murray begins by speaking about legacy. Being the grandson of Apostle Lobias Murray, he inherited not just a church, but a mission, a responsibility, and a tradition. From a young age, he watched his grandfather preach, lead, and inspire thousands. He saw the sacrifices, the long nights, and the constant dedication required to guide a community of believers. He explains that this legacy is not just inherited, is carried. Legacy isn't inherited. It's carried, he says, emphasizing the weight of responsibility that comes with leadership. He admits that stepping into his grandfather's role was not easy. There were moments of doubt and fear. He wondered if he could meet the expectations of the congregation, the church, and God. These personal reflections show a human side of leadership that is rarely visible. His honesty helps viewers connect with him as more than a public figure. They see him as a person facing real challenges and pressures. Bishop Murray then addresses the challenges of leading in the modern world. Unlike previous generations, leaders today are constantly observed. Every sermon is recorded, every facial expression noticed, and every word can be shared online in seconds. He explains that this scrutiny can be overwhelming, but it also requires resilience and focus. Leadership in the digital age is not just about preaching, it is about handling criticism, misunderstanding, and rapid judgment from people around the world. He also speaks about the emotional and spiritual battles behind the scenes. Many people only see the public moments, the sermons, the appearances, the leadership. But Bishop Murray reminds viewers that there is a private struggle as well. Nights of prayer, moments of doubt, and challenges of decision-making all shape a leader. He talks about walking alone in the sanctuary, praying over empty pews, and seeking guidance from God. These moments, he says, have strengthened him more than any public applause ever could. Part 3 also highlights the importance of forgiveness. Some rumors were spread by people he trusted, people he supported and mentored. These betrayals were painful. Yet Bishop Murray emphasizes that forgiveness is necessary for personal peace. I didn't forgive them for their sake. I forgave them for mine, he says. This wisdom shows his spiritual maturity and his understanding that holding on to anger only harms oneself. He discusses the idea of spiritual warfare, explaining that many challenges and rumors are part of a larger spiritual test. Leadership, he says, is not only about skill or knowledge, it is about faith and endurance. A true leader is tested not when things are easy, but when things are difficult, he explains. These words resonate with anyone facing pressure, showing that perseverance and faith are essential qualities in times of trial. Toward the end of Part 3, Bishop Murray looks to the future. He assures viewers that the church is strong, the mission continues, and the ministry is united. The trials have strengthened his resolve and reinforced his commitment to the calling. God does his best work in storms, he says, expressing his belief that challenges are meant to refine, not destroy. He concludes this part by speaking directly to the audience, leaving them with a sense of hope and resilience. You've heard the rumors, and now you've heard the truth. But the story isn't over yet, he says. This sets the stage for Part 4, where he will reveal the next steps, lessons learned, and the vision for the future. Part 3 emphasizes character, faith, and personal growth. It allows viewers to understand that leadership is not only about guiding others, but also about navigating personal challenges, learning from mistakes, and staying true to one's purpose, no matter the obstacles. Bishop Murray starts by expressing gratitude. He thanks the members of his congregation, supporters, friends, and family who stood by him during the months of silence and scrutiny. He acknowledges that their prayers, support, and patience provided him with strength and clarity. Every prayer, every encouraging word, and every act of faith lifted me when I needed it most, he says. This sets a positive, hopeful tone for the final part of his message. He then reflects on the lessons learned from facing rumors and public criticism. Bishop Murray shares that controversy can reveal the true nature of leadership. It shows who is loyal, who is sincere, and who acts out of ego or misunderstanding. He emphasizes that while challenges are uncomfortable, they can also strengthen faith, character, and the ability to lead with compassion and wisdom. Storms reveal strength we didn't know we had, he explains. His words convey the idea that every difficulty can be a stepping stone to growth, both spiritually and emotionally. Bishop Murray also talks about the responsibility that comes with leading a large ministry. The church is not only a spiritual home, but also a source of guidance, hope, and community for thousands of people. He explains that leadership is more than preaching on Sundays. It is about caring for people, making difficult decisions, and staying committed even when faced with misunderstanding or criticism. His message reinforces that true leadership combines humility, faith, and resilience. He then addresses the future direction of the Full Gospel Holy Temple. Bishop Murray outlines a vision that is centered on growth, faith, and outreach. He plans to continue spreading the message of hope, love, and spiritual guidance, while also embracing new ways to connect with younger generations. Social media, technology, and community programs are tools to strengthen the church's mission. He emphasizes that the ministry is ready to move forward stronger than before, because challenges have clarified its purpose and deepened its commitment. A key moment in Part 4 is when Bishop Murray shares his personal philosophy for facing adversity. He explains that rumors and criticism are inevitable for anyone in leadership. What matters most is how a person responds. He encourages viewers to remain honest, patient, and faithful, even when misunderstood. We cannot control what others say or think, he says, but we can control how we respond, how we act, and how we uphold our values. This statement inspires not only members of his church, but anyone facing public or personal challenges. Bishop Murray also highlights the importance of community. He reminds viewers that no leader stands alone. Success and resilience are supported by prayer, guidance, and the faith of others. He calls on his congregation and followers to support each other, to be patient, and to focus on truth rather than gossip or speculation. His words promote unity, trust, and a shared sense of purpose. The final portion of Part 4 is deeply reflective. Bishop Murray shares how this journey of rumors, silence, and self-reflection has changed him. He explains that he has learned to trust more deeply, forgive more sincerely, and lead with even greater humility. He encourages viewers to see challenges as opportunities for spiritual growth. The trials we face are not meant to break us, he says. They are meant to make us stronger, wiser, and closer to God. He concludes with a message of hope and inspiration. Looking directly into the camera, he assures his audience that the Full Gospel Holy Temple will continue to thrive, grow, and serve its community. The rumors may have been loud, but the truth, faith, and commitment of the church are stronger. Bishop Murray leaves the audience with a simple, powerful statement. The story does not end here. With God's guidance, we move forward, faithful, strong, and united. Finally, Part 4 wraps up the entire video by reinforcing the themes of truth, resilience, and leadership. The bishop's message leaves viewers with clarity, hope, and a sense of connection. It is not just about responding to rumors, it is about understanding the value of patience, integrity, and faith. The final part makes it clear that challenges, while difficult, can lead to transformation and a renewed sense of purpose.